want to dig a little bit deeper into the history of these two teams and also the field that they're playing on right now.
Yeah, so tonight we have a former Muskies player and a former Muskies manager, Pete Johnson, joining us. Pete, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
And we're also told you're a bit of a historian on the team as well. So we look around, we see a beautiful ball field, but it didn't always look like this.
It's true. The field was built in '81 by the original Muskies, the guys who started the team 2 years earlier. I can look.
Yeah.
And then really 2010 we started renovations, new dugouts, that kind of new dugouts and retaining wall backstop stuff, and eventually new concession stand, bathrooms were huge improvements, and then 3 years ago. I wasn't involved in this part, but really resurfaced the whole thing to make it look as beautiful as it does now.
It really is very nice.
And I would think, any town understands the importance of having a great ball field, and this is adding to the whole experience because you've got great stands, you've got food, you've got a good setup. And how is that? How people have been telling you that changes their experience coming here to see the teams play?
For people who played and were, involved with the high school team plays here as well, so. A lot of people had experience at the field, so they're all, I think, pleased to see the improvements, and really makes it a better experience for the players and fans, and it's cool for anybody who's put some sweat equity into it. And, I should add, players on both these teams over the years put in a lot of effort. The city certainly was cooperative and put up some money. Parents. Baseball wives are always important to a town team, and they did a lot of fundraising and sometimes physical labor themselves.
You can look, Pete. Go ahead. All right, good. Hey, we mentioned earlier that Pete's a bit of a historian on the team as well. Talk about the history of these two teams. Now, we know the Muskies have been around for a long time. Stone Poneys, not quite so long, but this rivalry has developed over the last 10 years or so.
Well, I think as soon as the Stone Poneys started, it was a rivalry.
Yeah.
It's a friendly rivalry. I'm not on the team anymore, but I think it's a great thing when you have too many players for one team, and some wanted to play more, which I can totally understand. So they work well together. Randy and Jeff do a good job promoting baseball in Sartell. Promoting amateur baseball and the state. So, it's a great time here for Sartell with this field being renovated. Our high school team was, went to the semifinals of the state tournament. So, it's a lot of positive things right now.
Yeah, we can see that. So you were on the Youth Sartell baseball board, and you saw kids out there playing and learning the sport, and that will certainly ensure generations that will come here and see baseball. Tell us how families now, they're bringing their kids out to the ballpark. They're also able to actually get out on the field and play.
You did a feature on my son earlier, Wesley. Yeah. It was in the concession stand. And of course, he's like all these guys who have kids, all these players, they bring their kids out when they're in diapers, and it's cool to see him progress to where, he's actually playing on this field now as a high school freshman and stuff. So that's gratifying for me, but I think it's, a lot of those guys in the dugout will have the same experience in the future. So.
Well, Pete, you've done a great job, and you've made for a great environment for the fans and for us coming out to visit Sartell. It's been a really nice evening. We appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate you being here.